morning. My name is Kathleen Italiano and I'm working as an instructional coach at J.M. Wright Technical High School in Stamford, Connecticut. As an instructional coach, it would be impossible to do my job if I was not able to create a positive, meaningful relationship with the teachers and students at the school. Working with adult learners in this instance in the classroom requires the knowledge that these are educated adults with busy schedules who are looking to improve their craft and not be criticized or ridiculed for lessons or curricular material that may not be going as planned. Being a classroom teacher for many years, I can empathize and understand the struggle that goes on each day from minute to minute and class to class. This experience helps me create stronger relationship with the teachers at my school. According to Jim Knight, the way we interact with others makes or breaks most coaching relationships. Even if we know a lot about content and pedagogy and have impressive qualifications, experience, or postgraduate degrees, people will not embrace learning with us unless they're comfortable working with us. Today I would like to share with you some important facts and tips on creating positive relationships with students and teachers, as well as examples of how you can communicate effective feedback to the adult student. Building relationships with adult learners is an integral part of success in the classroom. Let's look at one strategy that can help adult learners build relationships with students. In this instance, the coach is talking with the teacher about an issue he's having with creating relationships with his students. As the coach, it is my job to listen and offer suggestions that may be useful to the teacher. The listening should be reflective and non-judgmental in order to show the teacher you are there to help in any way you can. Good morning, Mr. French.
Good morning.
How's everything going?
It is going okay, but I am still struggling a bit connecting with one of my freshman sections. I just haven't yet found a way to create a mutually respectful relationship.
I know how that feels. Every year it seems as if I always have a group that I struggle to find a good connection with. Have you ever administered an interest survey to your students?
No. An interest survey. What is that and how would it be beneficial to me?
Interest surveys are a great way to connect with your students on a more personal level that will help build stronger relationships. They are simple questionnaires that students answer. The questions, in this instance, would be of a more personal, individualized nature, like, do you have a favorite sport or team? What kind of music do you like? What is your favorite movie or TV show?
I see. These answers will give me areas of knowledge to start conversations with students regarding their own personal likes and dislikes.
Exactly. These answers will also give you a new avenue to find common similarities that you can use to connect with students and build those relationships that will hopefully carry over into class behavior and management.
Yes, if the students feel that I understand where they are coming from, and if I answer a survey and share it with them, they will see where I am coming from. I can see how this would be very beneficial. Thanks.
No problem. Will you keep me informed of how it's going after you deliver the survey? I'd love to know how it's working for you.
No problem.
By listening and offering a suggestion to the teacher, it enables him a new option to help him connect with his students as well as the coach. I also ask the teacher to keep me informed of the progress, which leaves the lines of communication open for further assistance, celebrations of success, and the invitation to revisit the topic if necessary. Another strategy you could use to build trusting relationships with adult learners is to be present and available for the teachers that you are serving as the instructional coach. The job of an instructional coach can be very demanding and time-consuming. It is important that your staff be aware of your whereabouts and have contact information so that they feel they have constant support. Good morning, Mr. French.
Good morning. I got your email that you wanted to meet me with this morning. Is everything okay?
Everything's fine. I just wanted to talk to you for a minute and make sure you know how to reach me should you ever need to get in touch with me.
Oh, that is really great. I know that we are all busy, and I agree that keeping open lines of communication will benefit both teachers and staff.
I've loaded a Google Doc that is shared with you and the entire staff. This document has my schedule for the entire month. This is obviously subject to change, but I will try to update it and keep it as accurate as possible.
This will be very helpful. I like how, if I needed to schedule a meeting, I can look at it and be more aware of what you have going on.
That's my hope. I don't want you to think that just because I'm not in the building or my office, a classroom, or the hallway that I'm not available. My job is to be here to help you, and I hope that this doc will help you.
It definitely will. Thank you. I appreciate it, and I am sure that others will as well. Do you have a preferred method of contact you'd like to use?
Well, it's really whatever's easiest for you. I've also emailed the entire staff with all of my contact information. Email will probably be the fastest, but if you prefer, you can always call my extension and leave a message. I will respond to both as quickly as I can. And just know that my schedule can always be amended. If you or anyone needs anything, I can make adjustments as necessary.
Sounds great.
It is important to build relationships with adult learners, and it is important as an instructional coach to communicate effective descriptive feedback to the teachers. Again, it's important to remember that teachers are looking to improve their craft. Feedback must be tangible and transparent, accessible, actionable, concrete, specific, accurate, useful, specific, and timely. Morning, Mr. French.
Good morning.
We had spoken last week about me coming in to observe your classes to look for areas of improvement with your students' focus and engagement. Yesterday, I got to do those observations. I saw some great things going on in your class. What are your biggest concerns?
Overall, I feel that I am well prepared to give this lesson with materials and planning, but I can't help but feel that I am not transitioning well through the class and that I am losing valuable instructional time and the students are losing focus and management.
Well, first let me tell you that your lesson was great. I loved how you gave a mini lesson and then put the kids into cooperative groups. I could tell the kids really liked the assignment that you gave them.
Yeah, I felt that they liked it too. I'm glad it went well. It took a lot of planning and preparation.
I can tell how much time it took. You planned everything in the lesson perfectly. The kids were well prepared. In regards to your issue with focus, I noticed a few things. For example, when the students enter the class, it took about 3 minutes after the bell for you to get them focused and ready to begin. One thing I was wondering if you have ever thought of doing is a bell ringer, or what we call a do now.
A do now? What is that and how would I do it?
A do now is a question of sorts that's displayed on the board as the student walks in. The students will enter class and take out a notebook or their computer and complete the question as it is asked until class begins. It's a great way to get the students focused and settled. The question should be brief and able to be completed in 5 minutes or less.
So this question should be related to the lesson and ready to go as the students walk in.
Exactly. It's a quick and easy thing you can do that may help make the transition from entrance to lesson a bit smoother.
Sounds great. I'm excited to try. Can you help me make a few do nows to get started?
Absolutely. Let's get started. This effective feedback gave the teacher the opportunity to listen to positive praise, celebrate successes of the lesson, discuss the exact topic the teacher wanted to focus on, and then ultimately create a plan together. Another strategy to delivering effective feedback is creating an ongoing Google Doc that is shared with the coach and teacher to monitor progress towards goals.
Good morning. I wanted to talk about the feedback you gave me on your last visit to my classroom.
That sounds great. What part did you want to look at?
I was looking at your comments about the technology integration of the Edpuzzle I had implemented.
Yeah, that was a really cool program. The kids seemed to really enjoy the different method of delivery also. How'd you feel the lesson went?
I felt good about it. As always, there are things I would change if I did again, but overall, I would say it went good. You noticed, which I didn't, that a lot of students were struggling with navigating through the site.
I did notice a few blank stares, and many students were turning to their neighbors to ask for assistance or watch what they were doing. They were completely engaged and wanted to succeed with the program, but they were kind of unsure of the steps.
I did not see that as I was presenting the lesson. If I hadn't read your feedback, I would have never known. Next time I will model more effectively and step by step.
I know the feeling. It is easy to miss when you're so focused on delivering the content, managing behavior, and implementing a new digital tool.
Yeah, it was a busy day. If I hadn't received your feedback so quickly, I might have never known the kids had so much difficulty.
I like to get feedback to you immediately. It's stressful waiting to hear someone's thoughts, and it's more useful if you can get immediate feedback to look at pieces of the lesson and make changes, additions, or subtractions in a timely manner. The program is really great, Mr. French. Do you think you'd want to deliver a brief presentation about Edpuzzle at our next faculty meeting?
Sure, I would love to. Quick feedback does make it very helpful. So, do you have any suggestions as to how I can better introduce Edpuzzle to my students?
By having a method to effectively communicate timely feedback with teachers, they are able to look at options, suggestions, and praise as noted in the shared document from the instructional coach. According to Jones, the purpose of coaching is to facilitate self-insight and reflection. It seems logical that combining coaching with multi-source feedback is likely to lead to a greater impact on outcomes than coaching alone. By giving feedback timely, face-to-face, and digitally, the teacher and coach are able to strengthen their relationship and work together to help create intended outcomes. This video has explained the importance of building relationships with teachers as adult learners, given examples of approaches to building trusting relationships with students, and strategies to communicate effective feedback. Relationships are key when trying to implement change.
That's definitely Oscar-worthy.
I know.